You can put udum. I mean, I'll just limit for the purpose of the discussion. I'll just mention this for now. Udum and danta are quite expensive, and danta, our artisans normally don't want to work with that because it's very, very hard and sometimes very difficult. I mean, putting in those nails, yeah. But it's good wood for timber framing.
So you also mentioned about treatment. You spoke about treatment.
Yeah.
What do you mean by treatment, and how is it supposed to be treated?
Okay, Ima, before we talk about treatment, let's look at the seasoning. The reason why I want us to discuss the seasoning is the seasoning normally isn't done by the consumers. It's supposed to have been done by the supplier. Okay.
But that's never done.
Well, some do. Yeah, some do. So it's important that when you are going to buy your wood, you ensure that it is dried. I mean, when we talk of seasoning, we are just talking about the process of drying the timber. Okay. So once you go for the wood from the forest, okay, and then you cut it into commercial sizes, you realize that it has a lot of moisture contents. Now, technically, you would want to reduce that moisture content to about 15 to 20%. That's allowable.
And Evans, I'm just a buyer. How do I get to know whether it's seasoned properly or it's wet? How do I do that?
We'll get to that. So once it's done and you get to the market, obviously most consumers won't have a moisture meter. We have a little device called a moisture meter, which when placed on it can tell you the moisture content in the wood. But if you don't have that, you can just use a simple tap process to tell the moisture content in the wood. So now a good dry wood, when you tap it, will give you a sharp sound. Now wood that has a lot of moisture content in it, once you tap it, you hear a dull sound. And let me just break it down for our viewers to understand. It's just like this cloth.
Okay.
If it's wet, it has a different feel. When you tap it this way, the sound is different. But when it has a lot of moisture in it, when you tap it, you literally feel the sound of wetness in it. Yes, that's how you can verify once you go to the market.
What is the implication when you use a wet wood?
Very good question.